Here with another 1cc playthrough. This time we're going to kind of do the live playthrough with the camera and the microphone, getting through the game here. This one is Wardner no Mori. This is a Japanese version. In the US it's called Pyros, while the world version is just called Wardner. This is similar to Ghosts and Goblins. It's done by Toplan but published by Taito. It has the Ghosts and Goblins vibe, but it is quite different as well. It's a really cool game. I first saw it at level 419 just before the pandemic started. Got some time in on it. The first time I ever played it, I made it to the 4th stage. There are 5 stages in the game. We recently saw it streamed on the Mikado Game Center YouTube channel, where I had a couple of people playing through and getting 1cc's on it, so I thought I would check it out again using that information. The second time I ever played it then, I got to the 5th stage, and learning a little bit more on my 3rd try, I got through and got the 1cc on the game. So it isn't terribly difficult to learn. It's quite fun, short, only 5 stages, but there's a lot to the game as well. There's a couple of stages that can be played multiple ways, and I'll explain that as I get to those stages. And there's a lot of secrets to find in the game as well. So even though it seems simple, might be a short game, there's a lot to discover in it, and I've had a lot of fun with it. So we're going to get in here, insert the credit. And we're just going to forego putting our name in. It doesn't really matter. So here we have our character kind of looking like Eric Cartman or somebody like that, but I've read his name is Dover, and he's with his girlfriend. This creepy wizard guy has come. He said he wants to show us something interesting in the forest, but it is, surprise, a trap. And he turns our girlfriend into a crystal ball, which this wizard said he's going to deliver to the Wardner. The Wardner no Mori, Wardner's forest. So we're trapped in the Wardner's forest, and we need to make it through these 5 stages to save our girlfriend. We can press down and forward and kind of wiggle through these tight spaces, which it might seem like an exploit or something that the developers overlooked, but there are multiple points where the developers hid bonuses in areas like that, so it seems like it's maybe not so much a developer oversight. It doesn't seem to let you skip huge chunks of levels or anything like that, so... And we can see our character here can jump around, but he can throw fire as well. The default fire is sort of like the torch from Ghosts and Goblins, but it doesn't light the ground on fire. And then the fact that he can shoot fire, maybe that's why they named the US version Pyros, I don't know. But we also picked up this magic mantle. This is like Arthur's armor. It'll allow us to protect us from 1 hit. And we jumped in that little area right there and got a bonus 300 gold. Gold is very important because we can use them in shops in between the levels to power up and keep a mantle on us at all times. And saw those cannons. I didn't scroll all the way to the right, that way those extra cannons didn't appear and fire at us. And here's one of those areas you can creep in here, you get a bonus 1,000 points. You'll also notice we're collecting these orbs. These orbs over time will level up our weapons. Right now I can only fire 1 of these fire shots at one time, but once I hit level 2 I can shoot 2 at one time, and there are various ways that the levels affect the different weapons that you earn during the course of the game. And right here we're going to get ambushed by enemies, but it's no big deal as long as we stand at the top here. They all kind of just float around us while we shoot them. Got lots of cash, which is good. We want to jump from the bottom of these vines or else we'll bonk our head and fall down into the pit below. Go here. Still got a decent amount of time. Close to 1 minute left to clear the stage, but that's okay because we're almost at the end. Want to take our time. We do not want to lose our mantle right now. Let's go here, and we're up to the first boss. It's this dragon. We're going to get in its face. And it's gonna go up. Now we're gonna run away like a coward and hit the shop. We're out of here. Peace, dragon. And see, we got 2,000 gold, so I'm gonna pick up this first weapon here. We already have a mantle, so I'm gonna pick up a thread. If you already have a mantle, you can pick up a thread. The thread protects the mantle from 1 hit, so if you have both of these, you can take 2 hits without dying. And we're gonna stock up, and well, we don't need the clock for the next level. We're gonna save. We want to make sure we absolutely hit 3,000 gold coming out of this next level here, which is this kind of a abandoned factory type of stage. You can see with the new weapon now our fire shoots forward, So, and I do like this weapon for this stage, but from this stage forward, we do want that final weapon. It shoots a beam, and it's very powerful, very effective going forward. The first stage, the forest, it's had a bunch of dealing with enemies, but this abandoned factory, we have a lot of traps in this one. So like I said, the stages are quite varied. Even though it's 5 stages, you get to see a lot of different things in each of the stages. We can see the princess is waiting down there to be rescued. This tries to ambush us as well, but as long as we stay in the middle, he flies over us and we can just snipe him down. These saw blades create a lot of anxiety in this level, but as long as you don't get too anxious, just take your time and you'll get through them. And this is a spot, like I said, I want to ensure that I have 3,000 gold by the end of the stage, so I'm going to farm this area just a little bit here, build up orbs and money. Seem to be getting more orbs than money, which is a little worrisome. I usually do this till I have about 2 minutes left, but I think I need to actually calculate how much money I need to end this segment with to be safe. I'm not too worried about the time as long as we get out of here with about 2 minutes yet to go. There we go, there's some cash. Okay. And we got another orb level up, so now we can fire 4 of these shots at the same time. So with the time, I think we can do one more lap of this. Okay, we are at 2,000 gold, so I think we're gonna be good here. That's pretty good. So we're going to continue on. More traps here. We're going to go under these presses as they bounce. And then going up to the top, we have these poison jets here. They have a really weird hitbox, so you have to time your jumps very carefully there. Kind of have to jump as the previous fume is coming out. And we're going to take a walk down here. This is why I'm not super concerned about the timer. After farming for the golden orbs, come down there and we get a free 30 seconds added to our time. It's fine because we're doing, we're about 75% through the stage now. So I think we're doing okay. And we're going to hit the zip line. We'll make sure we jump down so we don't hit those spikes. Here, get these chests. Each chest is worth 200 gold, so we're definitely going to hit our 3,000 gold, which is very good. Doing okay. And now, favorite part, we have the saw blades plus conveyor belt. I said just make sure we take our time, but got too hasty and moved forward too much. So we lost our thread and needle. And make sure we go across here. Whoa. And we're gonna fall down here, get that statue that has a, now we have a fairy that follows us. And the fairy actually hits enemies that run into it, so it's something that's very handy in the final stage. Although you can use it in other areas as well. Okay, kill this dragon, open this door. Oh no, it's a trap. It's not really a princess. But we need those keys. We're gonna come through here. And here we go. So we have our beam weapon now. And we have enough for the thread and the clock, so we ended with just the right amount of gold, thankfully. So now we're going into this other stage here, similar to the forest. So you can see we have this beam now that we shoot. Very powerful. Takes out these skeletons very quickly. They have a shield that protects them from the front. but the beam makes quick work of them. Now we have these wizards that jump up and down. They're actually quite annoying. If they shoot the fireball from the top of their jump, it's very slow arcing, it's very easy to avoid, but they're still extremely annoying. Okay, we need this ocarina. We need to make sure we kill that bee. We need this ocarina. You'll see why in just a second. Come here, and it summons this. It looks like an enemy, but if you jump up, you can grab onto it. And we're gonna hang glide. You can ride this through all the way to the end of the level, and it even takes you above here so you can collect these extra. There's another full orb, gets us leveled up. When we hit the flames, the levels determine how many flames we could shoot at one time, but with this beam weapon, bigger levels allow the beam to be longer, so you shoot a longer beam as you level up. And we have everything we need, so we're just gonna take a minute here. I'm gonna get a quick drink here, so just want to make sure that we play this nice and easy and get through this. I have done no miss playthroughs of this. I have to see sometime if I can do a damageless run. I took a hit earlier, so we're kind of out of that for this playthrough, but it's all good. Here we have stage 4. This is when you first get to this stage, it's kind of intimidating because it's like a bit of a maze. There are different paths you can take through this. I'm gonna come this way real quick here. We do want to go down, but I want to come up here because there is another statue up here. We can get a second fairy to follow us, which will pay dividends if we can stay alive and keep the second fairy to the final stage. This is a very long stage, but this is the one, like I said, you can go through the third stage, the one I just cleared. Legit, like platforming it, but you can opt to take the secret route to in riding that animal that you call the ocarina. This has multiple this stage has multiple paths, but here we're gonna do a little bit of a secret. This guy too. There we go. 1. He will roll 8 of these boulders. So there's 5. Oh, I got trapped there. 5. So there's 8. So now he's going to run after us, but we're going to use the key we got above, open this door. He's going to follow us out, and he's going to die, and we're going to get a load of points for it. So you can see I now have 5 lives. We're going to go down here and we're going to talk to this. So doing that kind of solves a little bit of a puzzle, and he's going to teleport us through this wall here as a shortcut and award us with another level to our weapon. So we're almost fully stocked up power on this weapon. And at this point there's no more shops, so going out of your way to collect gold isn't really necessary. And down here, I already have a clock, but you can get a clock here. And on this platform up here, if you do not have a mantle, you can go there, and there's a hidden mantle there. This jump is quite... Okay, there we go. Very finicky. That's a very tight jump to make, but with a little bit of practice, you can get it. Sometimes you lose a lot of time there, unfortunately, if you can't get the jump. And I'm just going to ignore these cannons. With the beam, they're not that tough to destroy. You can just shoot a beam and then jump. The beam follows you when you jump and fall, so you can fire the beam and jump and make it go upward and hit the cannons. So we've got about 1:30. Having the clock will add a minute once the timer runs out, so we have about 2.5 minutes right now. Fall down here, pick out those birds. So keep going. It's random, there's bonus points down here. And there is another clock up here for players who might need it. Oops, I need to go down, okay. Unfortunately, you can't double up on the clock, so I would have to wait for the timer to hit 0 to use the clock to go back to a minute to pick up that clock. And I think with the time that I'm gonna arrive there, it won't be necessary. Oh my god, I can't. There we go. got a minute and 30, which if I keep moving will be plenty of time. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I don't have my thread. So if I take a hit, I'll lose my mantle and then I'll be completely defenseless. Almost to the end. You see, I'm gonna run out of time there, but then my clock will activate. Here's a little secret. You can go all the way against the wall here, it's safe, and you get a 1-up. And if I do happen to die, it's not the end of the world. I can still manage to get through the game. It's just, it's better if I have these fairies. I'll be very cautious that I don't fall down here. Across here, and here's the boss. You get a big dragon this time. He shoots bouncing balls. Okay, there we go. It's done. And one thing, if you hold the fire button, he holds his hand out like this, and we can go in here, and he'll hold his hand out through this entire animation. He's gonna fall through the rest of the stage to go to the castle's, I guess, dungeon. The throne room is at the bottom here. And we have, it's not really a boss rush, but we have a couple of chambers here. Oh, nuts. Isn't good pattern. Really concentrating for this one, sorry. Okay. Go. And we have this enemy. He'll spawn all these smaller enemies, the rock soldiers, I guess, but like I said, we have these fairies. They'll run into the fairy butts and die. So like I said, this is the stage where the fairies truly pay dividends, and you'll see that even further in the next chamber. There we go. Get him again. Oh, we're fully leveled up here. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is the red dragon. So then the next chamber, the fairies will come into play again. So he just alternates fire between low and high, so it's not too complicated. Here we go. Keep these fairies down here. We get ambushed by ghosts, but since those fairies are there, they'll all get destroyed. And that's a major reason you want the fairy here. Alright, and then these are now gonna repeat. Okay, that's a way better. We want them to double up like that. It's a way easier pattern to deal with. And everything repeats, so we got this guy again. Fairy butt the golems here. So we'll get another red dragon. And it's a bonus. When he starts with a high fireball, you get an extra hit in. But with a full beam, he's pretty easy to deal with. We'll keep our fairies up there. Take out all the ghosts. And now we have a green dragon to fight. I'm just gonna fight him. You can, when he flies up there, you can just run away, like in the first stage. You can just drop through there and not even fight him, but let's do this here. Okay. So down the final corridor, we're in the throne room. Here is the Wardner. And over here we're gonna duck, because the first thing he'll do is shoot lightning from his staff. Now he's just gonna fire these fireballs. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting here. I want to be on this stone right here. And we can punch his back. So we want to stay here. And all of these fireballs will miss us. I count from the throne 5 stones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And standing above that one. And you can just stay here and fire away. All his fireballs will miss you. And you get a free clear. There it is. And then to freeze our girlfriend, run away. But she reaches us, and the illusion is broken, and we're back in the field. And that's a 1cc. Wardner no Mori, also called Pyros in the US. So there it is. No miss playthrough. Like I said, probably should get a damageless playthrough at some point, but this was not the night. And you get big bonuses at the end. It cashes in all your lives, your remaining time and gold. So if you want to go for a high score in this, you'll want to get a few more of the secrets and amass a lot of gold to have at the end of this here. And if you get more points, you also get more lives that get cashed in. It's something like, I think it's like 90,000 points per life that you have at the end there. So you get a lot of bonus points by having accumulated score and getting extra lives. So, as I said, that's Wardner no Mori. Fun and easy 1cc. One if you're looking for a unique game and you're looking for easier 1cc, this one will do the trick. I've been looking for some. My forte is in fighting games, but for me it wouldn't be so fun if that's all I did. Getting 1cc's was fighting games, so I look for other things here. Figured this I was overdue for a platformer, so this one fit the bill nicely, and it's a lot of fun.